Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Gig economy. Robert Reese. News channel. The gig economy. News channel. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts, hot facts, hot facts. 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 Hey, with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Gig economy. News channel. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Sit back, relax, and listen. Come on. Get these hot facts. K-Reese 007 for Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Thank you for tuning in.
Regarding Hannah St. Juliana, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter.
Jennifer Crumbley, keeping her eyes closed, her attorney Shannon Smith looks on while the jury finds the mother guilty on 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter Tuesday afternoon. Jennifer and her husband James both face charges after their son killed 4 students and injured 7 other people during the 2021 Oxford High School shooting on the east side of the state. The prosecution said Jennifer had a duty to prevent her son, who was also a student at Oxford, from harming others. It was said that she failed to secure a gun and ammunition at home and get mental health support for him. Attorneys from across the state praised the jury for their verdict, including Attorney General Dana Nessel.
I think it was the right verdict. I think that the jury did the right thing. I thought the evidence was overwhelming.
New gun laws going into effect on February 13th in Michigan, including the safe storage law. AG Nessel hopes shootings like Oxford will be prevented.
Regarding Hannah St. Juliana, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter.
Jennifer Crumbley, keeping her eyes closed, her attorney Shannon Smith looks on while the jury finds the mother guilty on 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter Tuesday afternoon. Jennifer and her husband James both face charges after their son killed 4 students and injured 7 other people during the 2021 Oxford High School shooting on the east side of the state. The prosecution said Jennifer had a duty to prevent her son, who was also a student at Oxford, from harming others. It was said that she failed to secure a gun and ammunition at home and get mental health support for him. Attorneys from across the state praised the jury for their verdict, including Attorney General Dana Nessel.
I think it was the right verdict. I think that the jury did the right thing. I thought the evidence was overwhelming.
New gun laws going into effect on February 13th in Michigan, including the safe storage law. AG Nessel hopes shootings like Oxford will be prevented.
All right, people, we got one here. We all know that gun safety, gun laws. I know all last year there were so many shootings and all type of stuff going on, and you know, people were looking into gun legislation, if someone has too many guns, do we do the call the police or the FBI because we don't know what they may do? There's someone here on the YouTube that says he's got 50,000 rounds and 200 guns, and some people say will say that that's not safe, and you need to be regulated on what you can have. We do know that the Second Amendment, it's going to allow you to have the right to bear arms, to be able to have them. Every citizen has the right to have states, but we had so many debates. I know myself and discussions with Real Talk with Roy and other people about this. Alaska Gigs and Gear used to hop in there. Cody used to hop in there. He's a supreme gun advocate and a Second Amendment person to a community there. But we have, go to school, shoot up schools. We're seeing kids go and retaliate against people who they say are their enemies, and they shouldn't have enemies like that to be retaliating over. We see that a lot of these kids have access to high caliber weapons, meaning that your parents, your grandparents, or my grandfather owned the gun store. We had access to get inside there, but we didn't have access to the keys or to go get the guns or anything else like that. Some of these kids have access to where the weapons are. Now, I do know that in some homes in America, when your kids are growing up, you teach them how to shoot. Okay. When you teach your kids how to shoot, you're teaching them how to not only hunt, but you're teaching them how to protect themselves. There will be times when parents will leave, and if they have multiple children, the oldest child typically is going to be the one in charge. And what normally happens is the parents will let, or the dad typically, if he's the one, hey, look, Junior, look, if anything happens, if anyone tries to break in the house, okay, you are only to go here in case of emergencies. If I'm not here, if your mom's not here, if no one else is here, you are here with the siblings. This is where you go. This is where I keep the gun. This is how you open it. Promise me you will not go in there and get the gun and show your friends and go shooting for no reason. The kid's going to say, yes, Dad, I will not do that at all. He's taught the kid how to shoot. The kid knows how to use every gun inside the house. He knows how to clean them. He knows how to reload the guns. He knows everything. Okay, the kid knows everything, and he has access. Do I feel that's wrong if a parent does that and has, teach their kids in case something happens? Because what if someone breaks in the house? What if someone breaks in the house and they don't go do anything because they think they cannot go get the guns to protect themselves? It's a fine line then. It's a fine line. But here's the thing. When you get these kids, okay, when you get these kids and some of these kids feel like they are supremely neglected, they feel like they're being bullied in school. They're feeling like no one cares about them. They're watching the trends around America, what the other kids are doing. Some of the kids say that they want to commit suicide. So most of the times they're thinking like, if I carry a gun to school, if I go try to execute a plan, I'm gonna die. Some kids want to commit suicide. We have a high suicide rate in the United States with teens. Okay, high suicide rate. Teens want to be like other people. Teens want to be like this and that, and they will do whatever, and they will go shoot up some schools. We have seen it over and over again. When I was in school, when Columbine happened, the kids had the trench coat mafia things, trying to mimic it. We had to get our school shut down a few times because kids were acting like there were bomb threats. One time they went into the boys' bathroom, the faculty heard something. The kids had duct tape wrapped around some stuff, and then they had like a ticking watch, and then they made bomb threats. They were doing all that. There were kids playing jokes with this stuff, but then you had kids that were absolutely serious about it. Now, here's where we get the problem. Here's where the issue starts. We got these we got the Crumbleys here, right? Okay. The mom was just sentenced, not sentenced. The verdict was read, and she was guilty. And as you heard, it said because they did not put in the proper steps to keep the weapon away from the child, and they did not put him into mental health classes or get him checked into a center. Now, my thing about that is, why would you have to get your kid checked into a center, like a mental health center, if this is the first time he's done this? You know, they say, you know, he's been angry, he's been given signs and signals, and the parents refuse to pick up on those. And then, you know, he gets the weapon, kills four, and he wounds and injures 7 others. I said last year on a discussion that, let's say your kid steals a car and he joyrides. Obviously, the damages to the car, not only, you know, the kid's gonna go to juvenile hall, but the parents are responsible because the kid did it, right? The child did that, right? So the parent is responsible. I feel that the parent should be responsible for all of that. I feel the parents should be responsible. You know how they say the truancy, your kid don't go to school. You know, you're responsible if your kid don't go to school. Parents are in charge of that. If let's say your kid goes and he's vandalizing the neighborhood, okay? I mean spray paint, I mean graffiti, I mean all of that. He's vandalizing the neighborhood, right? That's what he's doing. If he's out there vandalizing the neighborhood and taxpayers have to pay to keep the walls white and clean and everything else like that, if he's dirtying them up, the parent should be held for that. Not send the kid through so right there. Not send the kid through juvenile hall and let taxpayers have to pay for it like that. No. Not say, hey, go to the parks and pick up trash, do community service. That's how you're gonna go ahead and pay it back. No, I think the parents should be taxed and held responsible for doing that. That's just what I think personally. While the kid is a minor. When a kid turns 18 years old, hey, you got to tax him with it. If he's got to go sit down for a little bit, he's got to go sit down for a little bit. That's what he has to do. But we are dealing with something that is a little bit different right here. We are speaking on a kid having access to a gun, going and murdering 4 people and injuring 7. Now, Jennifer Crumbley was just you know, they said that she's guilty. She faces, I think it's anywhere from 5 to 60 years in prison. Their son he already has life. And for those of you who don't know, this is the incident that happened in 2021 at the Oxford school shooting. They are now up. They've gone through a lot, and now, you know, the verdicts are in. Okay. She has it's a unintentional, okay, manslaughter. Okay. So 5 years to 60 years in jail. The father, he gets his verdict read, I think next month or in April. Okay, next month or in April. Now the mom is getting, you know, a minimum 5 to 60 years. Now, how I said how, you know, the father will teach the kids, you know, if someone breaks in, he'll tell the oldest, this is where the gun is. He taught him how to use it and everything else like that, right? Now, I'm wondering, is the husband, are they gonna say, all right, 5 to 60? All right, but if they do the 5 to 60, I'm wondering if the husband is gonna spend more time in jail. That is what I would like to know. What will happen. If you have a comment on that, go ahead and leave that. I would like to know that. But the mom was like, she was not looking up at the where's that for? The mom was not looking at the prosecutor or the judge, her eyes were closed the whole time. And, you know, she was like, now, you know, this is a touchy subject, but the judicial system, from all the school shootings that we have had for all these years, some of the people, when they do the investigation, some of these kids have a manifesto, and people find out that there were things going on at home and other stuff going on, and they were giving signs, you know, doing things like that, and parents had the ability to pay attention to some things. And I guess they said, you know what, since we've had too many of these happen, and the parents that have had the ability to do something about it did not. So now what we're going to do in Michigan is hopefully we get this right. So you have to try to see if the justice system did get this right. Is charging the parents with the child the right thing to do? Now, I'm like, man, that's a tough one, but you got to understand, if we were in like the Middle East, if you steal something, they'll chop off your hand. You know, things like that happen. They'll go ahead and in some of these countries, if one person does something, they'll put the whole family in the execution line. Okay, and just do them just like that. So we got to think now, are the parents upstanding American citizens, no backgrounds, may have a little thing here and there, no felonies, no crimes, no nothing like that. So now we could be throwing two quality American citizens who pay taxes and do everything on what they're supposed to do in jail, so taxpayers can now take care of them. That is something that the justice system has to try to get right. But at the same time, if you put this punishment down, this should open other parents' eyes to keep things locked up. But will it stop anything? No, because if someone breaks in the house and you're gone and your oldest kid is like 16, 17 years old, you got him in shooting contests and everything since he's been 7 years old, he knows how to use the gun. He knows how to use the gun. They're making it seem like the parents put the gun in his hand. They didn't do that. He just had access. Now, you never know if someone's going to break into your home and do harm to your family, your kids, or anything. So it's tricky. Did dad do the right thing by teaching son how to shoot and protect himself, and knowing where the guns are, maybe the key or the combination to the safe? Because the father did that, I kind of think they're going to give the father more time when they get sentenced. Okay? When they get sentenced. Now, 5 to 60 years. Leave a comment in the chat here. Leave a comment if you think they'll give the mom the full 60 years, considering they gave the son life. The parents they're already at an age where if you give them 60 years, it's life in jail. So do you give 3 life sentences, okay, total for one? I wonder, were the parents saying, we didn't do it, that was my son, he needs to go, why do we need to go? I wonder if the parents were saying that while they were back there speaking with their attorneys and everything. But this is a tough one, though. He killed 4 people and injured 7. I guess they may be going by the body count, you know, but 5 years. All right. If the mom gets the 5 years, they sentence her to 5 years, good behavior and all that, she may get out in like 2.5 years. Maybe have to do a program, something in the door. Something like that. Sorry for that sound, y'all. Something like that. You never know. She could get out in 2.5 years maybe like 18 months, depending on everything. That could happen. It's like that. It's not raining, so you guys won't hear any rain. That fresh air coming in. Hold your horses, G. You almost got hit. But the father is a different case now. The father is a different case. I think they're going to try to give the father more years. Yeah, it shows here to go out here and make a left.
Supposed to go to eucalyptus.
Well, you didn't say. The father may get more years simply because he's the one that let him know where everything is. But I don't think you should, I think they should both get the exact same. If the mom gets one, I think the dad gets the exact same. But we know how the justice system works and how it does with men and women. Now, this child is not a ward of the state, meaning that he's not foster care. He's not nothing like that. He's not a little baby to where they say, okay, the mom we want the mother to be able to be around the son or the baby at a certain age, because we want them to still be able to do these certain things in life. The child is not an infant. It's a big kid. It's a big boy. It's an adult now. So, I think that should be even. The sentence should be even for the mom and the dad. But also in Michigan, what they're doing is they have a new law that is starting up on the 13th. Okay, starts up on the 13th, and is gonna let's if you just popped in, I'll let you guys hear it. I'll let you guys hear it really quick. Here we go.
Regarding Hannah St. Juliana, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter.
Jennifer Crumbley, keeping her eyes closed, her attorney Shannon Smith looks on while the jury finds the mother guilty on 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter Tuesday afternoon. Jennifer and her husband James both face charges after their son killed 4 students and injured 7 other people during the 2021 Oxford High School shooting on the east side of the state. The prosecution said Jennifer had a duty to prevent her son, who was also a student at Oxford, from harming others. It was said that she failed to secure a gun and ammunition at home and get mental health support for him. Attorneys from across the state praised the jury for their verdict, including Attorney General Dana Nessel.
I think it was the right verdict. I think that the jury did the right thing. I thought the evidence was overwhelming.
New gun laws going into effect on February 13th in Michigan, including the safe storage law. AG Nessel hopes shootings like Oxford will be prevented.
All right, now, you heard the law that starts up in Michigan on February 13th, the safe storage law, meaning that now they said this is going to help deter. They want to take guns out of the households, especially they want to take them out of the households with children. So the safe storage law starts on the 13th of this year in February. If you have weapons that can kill, guns. You may have illegal knives, knives that, safe storage, okay? If you have a kid or someone grabs your weapon or whatever else you have, you are going to be going to jail even though you did not do it. Kind of similar to, let's say someone calls you on the phone and they say that they need a ride to the store. You say, all right, no problem. You take them to the store. Where's it going? You take them to the store. And when you take him to the store, he goes in the store and robs the store. Because you took him to the store, you are now an accomplice. You're going to go to jail for something. No matter what you say, I did not know. That they are not going to believe that you were going to go for something. All right. It can be a group of people and saying that, oh, all right. Hey, everyone, let's go to the mall. 3 of your friends that you think are your friends are like, all right, cool. Hey, let's go in there. Let's do this smash and grab. Hey, I can't use my car. It's my mama car. I can't use my dad's car. Other person, man, my brother, it's his car. I can't. Oh, Joseph has a car. Let's use Joseph. Call Joseph up. Joseph says, all right, yeah, let's go to the mall. Joseph says, let's go to the mall. All right, cool. Joseph goes to the mall with the boys. He drives his car. They go in there. Joseph don't know that they got guns. They may not be real, but they got fake guns. They might be air pistols, pellet guns, BB guns that look real. They go and try to do a smash and grab, and someone is holding one of them fake guns up to keep somebody at bay. Guess what? You drove the car. You are an accomplice. You are going to jail. So safe storage is pretty much going to be the same thing. If you have a weapon, you have a gun, someone gets into where it is, they accidentally kill themselves. They accidentally kill, let's say there's a baby in the house, and let's say the kid is like 5 years old, and he thinks the gun is fake, and he's pointing the gun at his little brother that's 2 years old, playing like pow, 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 and he shoots his little brother, and then he kills his little brother. And because of the safe storage law, the parents would be going to jail because their 5-year-old kid was acting like he was playing and shooting his 2-year-old brother, and he accidentally killed his 2-year-old brother. Now, since a kid is that young, you can't put a 5-year-old kid in jail because he don't know no better. You don't just let him get away. You got to charge somebody with it. So the next people are the parents. And I think that's where a lot of that has stemmed from. A lot of parents getting away with things that they could have had, protected. Now, my mom had a 12-gauge shotgun, black one, on top of the closet, wrapped up in the white sheets and stuff. Okay, my parents, 12 gauge shotty, pump action, all black, up there. I knew where it was. My brothers knew where it was. I found it on accident. I wasn't supposed to know where it was. Only my oldest brother and my other brother knew because we're all 4 years apart, but they are the 2 oldest ones. I found it because I'm a tall kid, and when your parents leave, sometimes you go into their room. You know what I'm saying? You go into their room, you're like, man, I know we have some more sodas in there. I think mom or dad might have hid them. So you go looking for the sodas. Well, what did I find? Yep. What I found up there was the 12-gauge shotgun, all black. Bam, 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 bam. I knew where it was. Told my brothers I found it. They was like, yeah, it's up there. I didn't go do nothing. My brothers didn't go do nothing with it. Later on, my sister found out it was there. But it was up there. We didn't do nothing with it. We didn't go play with it, pull it out, go do none of that. My oldest brother had his own guns. He had his own guns. I remember when I found his gun when I was like 9. I found his gun under the mattress. He had a 9mm. When I was 9, he was 17. He had a 9 underneath the mattress. I found that. I told on him, and I wasn't supposed to. I was just like, dang, y'all see that gun? And I was like, oh. So then my dad went searching the house, looking for the gun, and all that other stuff, looking for the gun. Couldn't find it. My brother ended up moving the gun. But I'm going to tell you, because my older brother knew how to shoot, when our house got shot up, the day before it didn't get shot up, we were already waiting. My dad and all them had the guns. They barricaded the inside of the house because they knew it was going to happen. And my brother wasn't there. My brother wasn't there with his gun too, but it didn't happen that night, But we had guns, and we did not go take the guns and use the guns and do all this weird stuff, show our friends, or do any of that. So, you know, some people do have that right there, but that wasn't us right there. I can go check the mail right there too. That wasn't us. That wasn't us. Is this one?
It's the next one.
That wasn't us right there. We knew not to play with the guns. We didn't do any of that. You know, when you live in the hood and you live where there's rival gangs and stuff at, you ain't got to worry about taking a gun out, you know what I'm saying, and just going playing with it and stuff like that. You ain't got to worry about that. You got to worry about people that's trying to come up to you and where you are and trying to get your stuff. That's about it. But we never did that. Thank God. My grandparents with my parents never had to go through that because my grandfather owned a gun store. So my mom knew how to shoot. All of us know how to shoot. My aunties, their kids know how to shoot. We never have to go through this. But it's happening. It's happening. And I think it's not fair, but I still think they have to make an example of a few people before. They have to do that before everything gets to where it's supposed to be. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. Is it good? I feel that it's good. I feel that it's good, and it's good and bad. 5 years, get out a little early. You know, that's a lesson learned. But at the same time, the other parents want justice for their kids, and they want those parents to be held responsible. And the justice system had to go ahead and do something, and that's what they did. If you feel that was right, leave a comment in there, click the link, speak your mind. We're gonna go ahead and dive in a little bit deeper in on this. Give me one quick sec. We're gonna do some station identification and be right back.
With Robert Reese, come and get them hot facts. With Robert Reese, come and get them hot facts. With Robert Reese, come and get them hot facts. With Robert Reese, come and get them hot facts. With Robert Reese, come and get them hot facts. With Robert Reese. Hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. With Robert Reese. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese, hot facts. Gig economy. Robert Reese, news channel. Gig economy, news channel. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Hot facts. Hot facts, hot facts, hot facts. Hot facts, hot facts, hot facts. Hot facts, hot facts, hot facts. Hey, with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Hot facts. Hot facts, Robert Reese. Hey. Gig economy. news channel. Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Sit back, relax, and listen. Come on. Get these hot facts. K Reese 007 for Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Thank you for tuning in. Hot Facts, Hot Facts. Great.
All right, people, I'm back. Had to pick up W-2s and 1099s, ASCAP, and Walmart. Already got the Uber one. And then I got to do my nephew's. He has his W-2. So my dad said, can you do Elijah taxes? So I'm going to do my nephew's taxes. So I'm going to do his. This is the first time he's going to be doing taxes. I'm going to be doing his taxes. And this Saturday, we're going to have to stop by over here. My dad, he's got the whole table in there is filled up with, he's got all the ever good hot links up there. He's probably got about 200. He's probably got about maybe 250 hot links sitting on the table. All the big old boxes of chips. He hit the Smart and Final. He's got all of his all of the trays to make the plates. He's got all the he's doing hot links, ribs, potato salad, baked beans, and slice of bread. 20 bucks a plate. He started it up. He gonna be on the grill doing that. We have to stop by. People gonna be coming by to pick it up. Saturday starts my dad's barbecue business starts up on Saturday. People gonna be coming by, buying the stuff, and you guys will get a look at how the pit looks and how the food looks, and bam, and then do a taste test. And then do a taste test for. I know you guys ain't gonna be able to try none, but you guys can see Amelia eat and see me eat and get a taste test, and watch all the smoke and how it goes down, and do all of that. But now we are back at this. This is crazy because no matter what America does, will they get this right? That is the question there. Now, also, you got to understand this. We have Democrats, Republicans, we got all this other stuff. We got liberals, we got conservatives, and they would say that the liberals want the parents to go to jail. Liberals want to take guns out of the hands of Americans because they say, we don't need them. There's other countries that survive without having all those guns in the street. In the UK, they mostly use knives and they stab, but they have way more stabbings than what we do with the guns. And if you have way more stabbings than what we have with the guns, and stabbing is way more, that's like to stab someone, that's intimate. You gotta be up close to stab somebody, man. You can't stab somebody from a distance. And if you do, you gotta be like a real good knife thrower. You gotta be a ninja that can throw a ninja star. You gotta be up close to stab somebody. Like how when my dad get them links up, you gotta stab that link. You wanna eat it with the barbecue sauce and stuff. Gotta stab them links. But there's stabbings in other countries. The liberals want the guns away. And I do believe that this verdict here, this safe storage law, I think may translate and transfer, is going to transfer to many different states across the United States. And obviously many, it's going to be the liberal states. Okay. But you got to understand this. When it comes to this situation here, liberal or conservatives, you're going to have people that feel for the parents, and whether they want to say it out loud and vocalize themselves like that, some of them don't believe they should be going to jail. Some of them just don't believe that, on both sides. That's why this right here is it's delicate. It's a delicate situation. Now, I don't know if they have any other children though. That is the thing that I'm trying to figure out. If they have younger children. If they have younger children, then that 5 to 60 years may just be the 5 years and get good behavior and be out in like 18 months, but they might be on parole or probation for a long time. Then you got to think about this. Are you wasting taxpayer dollars for the parents having to be on parole or probation, send someone out to the house? Why would they have to have random drug tests and alcohol tests and all these other tests when they didn't do it? We would be wasting taxpayers' dollars to go supervise them. Then you already know, since if they do have other children, they're going to try to get a social worker involved to go and just spy on their house. I think that's a waste of taxpayers' dollars right there. Also, maybe not go to jail. Maybe if the parents got a huge fine. Okay? Like, yeah, if the parents got a huge fine and make the fine worth it. You know how some of these people say they have to pay restitution and all these things for however many years, and it's this much money, but then you got 4 bodies, and then you have 7 other students that were injured. Now you got to think about the mental stability of the other students that were injured because they're alive. If they're afraid to go to the same school, if they have to have counseling, and everything else, those parents have to pay for that. If the parents go to jail, you get and we know the jails now are privatized. Okay, they're ran private as private corporations. You know that they're getting like $1,000 a day. It's like $900 and something a day for an inmate if you go to jail. So that's why some inmates say, I might as well go to jail, time served. Yeah, but you got to understand this: while you're in there doing that slave work, all those courses and the mental health mental health sessions with a psychologist, psychiatrist, you don't know if they have to be put on medication and all this other stuff. If these parents were well off and what they do in the city and in the state as far as taxes for society may be way higher than locking them up for that. The parents aren't really getting anything, and money ain't going back to the courts and stuff in the state. I think you allow them to. Something inside me says I think you should allow them to remain out of jail. Okay. Put them on parole or something else like that, or probation, to where they have to get checked up on just to make sure that they're making their payments. Not to be trying to go snoop up on them, pee in here, do this, wasting all this time. Have someone from the state go pick the money up from them so that they know that they're paying. Something needs to be done. Because if they do have other kids, you're going to be taking the parents away from those kids. And it's not a win-win all the way around. And I do know that, they said, attorneys around the state were very, very, very excited with the outcome. And I'm pretty sure that they are very excited about the outcome. What's up, Ricky Knight? TFT in the building. Okay, that's a StreamYard link there. Yep. So It's crazy because you know that if you live in Texas, you want to have your rights to your weapons. And I don't think this safe storage, I don't think that law will be able to pass in Texas. I just don't think the Texans are going for that. I would like to know what the Rifle Association, the NRA. I wonder what the NRA is thinking about this. You know, do they think that it's infringing on their rights to have their guns in their house and everything else? I would like to know all of this, but this is a touchy subject right here. I don't know. It's tough. Dad goes to court next month for his hearing. So while Dad goes to court for his hearing, I swear, you guys, I have a strange feeling that they're going to give him more time than they are giving the mom. I do feel that. I feel like they're going to give more time to the dad than what they do the mom. I just feel that is how it's going to go. The mom did not, but the mom never looked at the judge or anything. And I kind of have a feeling that the husband is gonna I think he's gonna be looking up, looking forward. You know, he may ask some questions. I think when the husband goes to court, it's gonna be a completely different ball game. But I do think that they may hit him with more time. And if they do that, I think that's dead wrong. But I do think that they may do that simply because the father let him know where the gun is, how to access it in case something happens. But as a parent, why would you not do that as a parent? If we were living in the Wild Wild West, Wyatt Earp days, you're supposed to know where it is. Sometimes them kids is ready to go to war with you at 13. They not gonna come take over this town. We need they said back in the day, we need every able and willing gun to help out. So they will let you know where everything is. Okay? They will let you know where everything is. Taxpayers' dollars, people, should not be going to house people that should not be in there. I will say that forever. And these are my ass caps. The royalty 1099, the Walmart, and I think I took my dad's mail on accident. See, when you and your dad got the same name, stuff goes over there. And I don't think this is mine. What is this? Give me one quick second, people. What the heck? What the heck? This must have been something that came by way through like YouTube or something. United Production Partners. They gave me some royalties. I think this might have came from something on YouTube. United Production Partners. Do your taxes, people. I'm telling you. I gotta do my nephew's this year. My nephew wants me to do his. I'm gonna do his, and Get him going there and do his taxes just like that. And one thing, my Aunt Deborah, she taught me. She taught me how to go ahead and get it done right. Give me one quick second here. Let me see. Yep. She taught me how to do it right. I've been doing my own taxes for a long time, so I got to check. I got to check. Des Moines, Iowa, Principal Trust Company, Des Moines, Iowa. They just gave me a check. So while I gotta do my taxes, I got a check. So but I don't know what for. Let me read the back of this. Distribution, okay, taxable. Okay. Oh, it's from one of my old employers. It's from one of my old employers. All right. I had some stuff set up in there, and they gave me a check. All right, now that's not bad. We gotta do Walmart. We gotta do this, and then Uber Eats, and then whatever. I ain't got my DoorDash one yet. I gotta check and see for that on DoorDash. Get that. Do these on TurboTax. Do these on TurboTax, and get it cracking. What's the delivery order? All right. So, yep, this came from Harbor Freight and some of the stuff that I had under benefit. So they just gave me something right there. They just gave me something right there. So I'll take a picture of that on, your app, and then you can go ahead and do it just like that. I just got to find my pen and sign the back of that. But I'm gonna let y'all know again, my dad's barbecue business starts up this Saturday. It's got like 200 hot links sitting in there, ready to go. Got the ribs in there. He about to start his how we do, how Reese BBQ does. We marinate and get everything done until it's time to go ahead and throw them on that smoker. And what my dad does, my dad throws them on a smoker to get the smoke flavor, but he does my style's a little bit different. My dad does a hot and fast. He does a hot and fast rib that they have a nice pull off of the bone. We make our own sauces also. My dad makes his, I make mine. They pull off the bone, but my dad does a nice hot and fast. Then he foils them up, puts them in there a little bit more. Then he throws them in the oven for a little bit, just to make it a little bit tender. After they sit in that foil in the grill, then they come on off good. But Saturday, I'll be able to show you guys. I'll be able to show you guys. My dad probably about to make on Saturday. He probably about to make $20 a plate. He'll probably have about, man. He might my dad might have about 100 people come throughout the whole day, picking up their food and their plates. So yeah, buddy, that's how that goes. And the food is good, y'all. The food is good. We'll be able to give y'all a taste test and let y'all see how it is. And then you know what happens when we eat barbecue bones? Guess where they go? The pups. In NOLA, they eat barbecue bones. We leave them with a little bit of meat on there to make them happy, though. I'll tell you who's not going to be happy. Both the parents. You know, it's crazy that while both the parents, you know, they got the verdict, I don't know how long they've been in jail, but I don't think they've been able to communicate with each other while being in jail, while this is going on. I don't think they allowed them to have that. So not only have they been in jail going through psychological issues by not being able to speak to each other, they can't be there and speak to their son. And they now have to think about, you know, the bodies and the lives that their son, you know, took away with the help of the devil. You know, the devil had everything to do with that. The devil hopped in and did that. The devil did that. And so he had help with the devil. It's crazy, though. Crazy. Could you imagine if you were in the parent's shoes? Let's say you were at work and you get a call in the school or the police say your child has done something terribly bad. We need you down here ASAP. You get down there thinking what'd he do? And then they say what he did. And then they say, ma'am, you were being placed under arrest. You woke up in the morning, went to work like you normally do and do your thing. You were joking with your coworkers, and then you get that call, and now your whole life has changed. Imagine if you were in the shoes of both of these parents. They probably have them under suicide watch, all type of things. They probably got them locked down for 22 hours a day because they're on that suicide watch. Crazy, man. But then again, for the parents out there, you got to stop trying to be like brother, sister, and like friend parents. If you are parents like that, bad things will happen because your kids won't know nothing about the repercussions on when something happens. That's why I'm so glad I was born in the era where you got whoopings. You have to go pick your own switch. Get whooped with the extension cord, the belt, the whatever else, the wooden spoon across the knuckles. My mom used to get the brush. Go get that brush. You go get that brush, she'll pop your knuckles. Go get that brush. She did that so that you knew what was gonna happen. I'm the last generation of kids who got the SWAT in school. Mr. Bird, my dad's friend, showed me the paddle. You want this when you come in here? Now your dad already said I can. Now my dad used to be the PE teacher at Mark Twain Elementary School. Mr. Bird was the principal there. So my dad used to work with Mr. Bird for a long time. And when it was my turn to go to the school that Mr. Bird was at, Mr. Bird showed me the paddle that he whooped my brothers with and said, do you want this like your brothers? It was a wooden paddle with little holes in it. It would give you a SWAT. I'm from the generation to where you can get a SWAT. We knew what not to do. We ain't finna bring no gun to school, no knife to school. We ain't about to do that. We used to use these and knuckle them up. Any issue that kid had with anybody in that school, if he couldn't beat them up, he should have tried. You don't got to go get the gun and kill these people. 4 people, guys and girls, don't know if they were part of the groups that made fun of him, picked on him every day, told him he ain't nothing. Don't know. I don't know if one of the girls was a girl that turned him down over and over again, and one of the guys was one of the guys that they chose over him. You know how crazy some of these guys get. You gonna make fun of me and you gonna push me around? Watch what I do. Dude went, made out a plan, came back to the school and started gunning people down. Come on now. Come on now. You know what's crazy though? When the parents do get out of jail, they're probably gonna have to move from where they are. Because even though it wasn't them, some of their neighbors might be liberals, some might be conservative across the street. You never know. Some of them may not want them to live in that neighborhood. They may get harassed. Eggs thrown at their house, toilet paper, rocks in there. Someone may even try to shoot them. Do you know the parents of the kids that, the kids that passed away? You never know what those parents will do. Have you seen those court cases when the parents are there to look at the sentencing of the person that committed murder to someone inside their family, and you have seen like the family go and rush and jump over and try to go through the bailiff, try to go through all of them to beat them up and hurt them? You never know what these people will do when they get out of jail. That's another thing that America has to go ahead and now put under their hands. If they allow them to go back to the same place, are they going to be under watch? Okay? Are they going to be under watch? Like protective custody. It's a tough situation. I don't wish to be in that situation. I lost a son through illness and death. They lost a son that, even though he's not, he hasn't passed yet, they're not watching him pass. They're going to be, once everyone is convicted, they'll be able to communicate, figure out where each other is, and they're going to be writing in letters seeing if their child has passed away. Now, their child, you do know he did that in jail. There's a lot of inmates in jail that don't like him. They have to worry about if he's going to get killed by another inmate. The parents have to figure out, are they going to get jumped, beat up, raped, stabbed in jail because of what their child did? There's a whole lot that the government and the justice system had to get right on this one right here. Okay? There's a lot that they had to try to figure out. It seems good, but it still seems bad. So, I'm sitting on both sides of the fence. I don't want to waste taxpayer dollars if the parents never did anything wrong, with crime or anything. And if they have another child, I would want them to be there for the child. And, a family member is going to have to get the rights of that child and raise that child and be a parent. Like, it's going to be a whole lot. And I don't want taxpayers' dollars going in to pay people that if they can be on the outside, and because of the jobs that they have on the outside, they are stand-up citizens. They can be able to pay the restitution and everything. That's what I think. It's tricky, y'all. It's tricky, y'all. Tricky. Man, I don't know what you would do. And I would hate to be a juror. I would hate to be the jury on this one. We're going to pause right now for station identification.
Hey, high facts with Robert Reese, man. This your boy Dash Bandicoot tapping in with you, brother. Hey, shit, I'm right here on a break in my dash right now, getting busy, but I figured I'd tap in before I eat some grub real quick. But yo, man, I like your channel, like what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we share some of the same ideas as far as like how to navigate this gig market. So just tapping in, showing love, man. I seen your comment. Finally got a chance to hit you, bro. Whenever you get a chance back, man, just holler, man, for sure, man. Love, bro. Be safe.
All right, now we got all these kids getting out of school. Eli would say, "Why are you filming that? People watch this. Look, the light. Oh, I ain't gonna be able to film right now. The light is green, and it's hundreds of kids that are just crossing the light. Look, the light green. Look, they still walk. Still, they like, man, we don't care about these lights. We don't care about these lights. Now look at all these kids right here at this high school. The high school is getting out. It's minimum day. You got all these kids. If one of these kids came and killed 4 people and 7 more were injured, I'm pretty sure all these parents will want to have those parents in jail. I'm sorry. I do believe that as a parent too. You know, it's tricky and tough. It's tricky and tough. I got a question though. Why is it that the white kids go shooting up schools? Why is it that the white kids go shooting up schools? You don't never hear it like in the hood and stuff, you know, with the blacks and the Mexicans and the Samoans and stuff. You don't hear us going to the school and just shooting up the school. And why is it that little Billy and them, their preferred cause, you know, to action is bringing a gun to the school and shooting up everybody? Why is it that little Jake and Billy, little Samantha, Sarah Jean, why is that little Sarah Jean in them? Why is the little Sarah Jean in them and Bob in them? You know, Bob Dilly in them? Bob Dilly in them. Why is it that Bob Dilly and Sarah Jean and them, why are they the ones going shooting up the schools? We just had one not too long ago. We got to stop this. But they said the parents had the ability to prevent and get the kid some mental health sessions. That's what they said. You don't believe me? Listen to it again.
Regarding Hannah St. Juliana, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter.
Jennifer Crumbley, keeping her eyes closed, her attorney Shannon Smith looks on while the jury finds the mother guilty on 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter Tuesday afternoon. Jennifer and her husband James both face charges after their son killed 4 students and injured 7 other people during the 2021 Oxford High School shooting on the east side of the state. The prosecution said Jennifer had a duty to prevent her son, who was also a student at Oxford, from harming others. It was said that she failed to secure a gun and ammunition at home and get mental health support for him. Attorneys from across the state praised the jury for their verdict, including Attorney General Dana Nessel.
I think it was the right verdict. I think that the jury did the right thing. I thought the evidence was overwhelming.
New gun laws going into effect on February 13th in Michigan, including the safe storage law. AG Nessel hopes shootings like Oxford will be prevented.
So not only did they say, you know, the weapon that they could have prevented the weapon, they're talking about the ammo also. So this is why there's a guy by the name of J. Rom. Everyone that wants to know, Coach J. Rom, he's someone that is in North Dakota, and he says he's violent and he loves shooting guns and stuff, and that's what he does. He's violent, he's a troll. But my thing is, he has kids. And he openly says he has 200 guns in his house and 50,000 rounds. Now, let's say one of his kids got a hold of one of those 200 guns. You know, he said in one of his live streams, the kids know where the gun safe is and everything. So just imagine if one of his kids got one of those guns and got access to the 50,000 rounds and went nuts. See, a lot can happen when parents brag about what they have as far as ammunition and things like that. That might stimulate your child who is being picked on or bullied in school to want to go find where your guns are. I think parents, if you do have the weapons, I think you should keep it private if you own the weapons, if you don't want your kids to, to get access to them. I think you hide it, okay? I think you hide it and you don't let them know. You go to the shooting range by yourself. Tell your kid, I'll be back. I'm going to the store. What do you guys want back to eat? After you get done with the shooting range, you bring back that food. Don't let them know you have it. Because once you let them know and you brag, and you Midwest country, men that live in fracking areas, you guys already know. You go into the bar, you go into the store, some dude's like, man, I got me a new Desert Eagle. I can't wait to go out there and crack it open just to pop. Some dude like, man, you got that? Look, let me see. Oh, you got that one from that magazine? Yeah, you know what? I got one on the way. But look at what else I got. You're doing all this gun talk about bullets and guns, talking about, yeah, I go shoot these deers, I go do that, man. Have you seen what this done to a watermelon? What it does to a watermelon? You saying all this in front of your kid. The kid's getting stimulated. He wants to see what that looks like. Remember the movie Higher Learning? Michael Rappaport, Remy, the big skinhead inside the dorm, said, have you ever shot a gun, Remy? He said, matter of fact, have you ever shot through a piece of meat, a piece of flesh? Have you ever seen what a gun does to flesh? That's what he said to Remy. You know what Remy did? To be part of the almighty skinhead group, he got the rifle. The other dudes were not going to do it. He gets up there. Guess what happens? He gets up there to the roof and he wants to see how a human body looks and flesh looks when a bullet hits it. Shot up the college campus. Okay? Shot up the college campus. Because someone was letting them know, have you ever seen this? Have you ever seen this? Now, have you ever seen her? Have you ever seen this? You got people that will go out there and do it. I think the whole country is going to be having discussions about this. And I think the senators and the governors of all the states are probably going to be at one huge barbecue discussing different things. I'm serious, dead serious. State laws are going to be changing, and people, what you do with these changes and how you deal with them all depends on how you vote and what you do. I hope everyone here saw what the verdict was, saw what can happen. They have the safe storage law going in on the 13th. So when that goes in on the 13th, things will be changing across the United States. People, you've been watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Okay, this is on the Hot Facts podcast, so it will be on there. And people, thank you for tuning in. We out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. Don't shoot. Protect yourself. Then shoot. Don't do that. You'll go to jail.